Sponsorship is incredibly important in putting these together. So throughout the day, you'll hear me recognizing our sponsors. They are committed to the sector. They invest in the sector with their time, efforts, and resources of the services that they provide. And they can also help you meet, learn about, and actually, in some cases, obtain the necessary capital to grow your companies. At the end of every conference, everybody always gives thanks to the team who put it together. I thought I'd do that this morning at the beginning because, you know, it's really those individuals who spend time over the last 3 to 6 months who make this an event worthwhile and happening. And I would like to thank the FashinVest staff, Eric Seal, who, again, please do not tweet out that he's a cutie. I want to thank Eric for really driving this hard. He's our creative director. He joined FashinVest right at the beginning when I was looking outside on a rainy, dreary day and came up with a name. And I said, let's build a logo. And it was really around the logo that we built a company. It was kind of backwards, but it seems to have worked. I'd like to also thank Pedro Moore, who works in my venture fund called Innovation Ventures as our operations manager, who really took on the operations and making this happen, and Ashley Painzel, who is working with Pedro on a daily basis, and of course Lolita Alford, who is our director of editorial content and outreach, who you'll meet today, who keeps me in order and will be reporting on your companies throughout the year. We also have some great volunteers, and if you're here, I'd like you to stand and recognize you. The companies all were trained in advance because I think it's important that they are able to really drive their concepts home and drive them effectively to the audience that they're targeting. And Steve Bowman with Biz Clarity, I want to thank you. You can stand up, Steve. So he's known as a pitch doctor. He's worked with us for at least 10 years in all our endeavors, and he really helps companies fine-tune their ideas. I'd like to also thank John Brilliant, who is with the Pellier Fund, who has worked with us both inside and outside the office, bringing us great ideas, resources, contacts. And Yolanda Wardowski, who's with Avalon Group, who really is committed to this throughout the year. So I'd like to thank all those folks. And Yolanda, you can stand. Oh, you're standing? Come on, Yolanda. That's Yolanda Wardowski. And John Brennan is somewhere in the audience, probably in back making a deal. He's having a lot of money, folks. He's not wearing a tie today. He's got a plaid shirt on. Get him up for his checkbook. Elsa Berry, are you here? Okay. She will be here shortly because she is speaking. Elsa is joining us from Benda, and she really took this on as an extraordinary project. With that, I'd like to first thank, how can you begin a day on an empty stomach? I'd like to ask Stuart Nussbaum up to say a few words. He is the partner in Commerce Products Group leader at Weiser Mazars, which is a global accounting and consulting firm with really cool office locations around the world. New York, yes, but Paris, and all over the Middle East and Caribbean. So, Stuart, are you around? There you are. Okay. Lights are blinding. So, Stuart, if you could say a few words.
Thank you, David. Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure, once again, to support the FashinVest Capital Conference. We're serving this year as the lunch sponsor. This is actually our 4th year with FashinVest from the beginning, and we are really pleased with the high caliber of the presenting companies, as well as the abundance of investors that are here today that are interested in the fashion tech arena. We are once again sure that everyone will find something of value from this conference. So if you ask me, why do we support FashinVest? It's because Wise Mazars is an accounting, tax, and advisory services firm. We have a team of partners and managers who are committed to the fashion and consumer products area, and thus we are able to offer unique solutions to our clients regardless of where they are in their life cycle. We offer a wide variety of services from financial statement audits to bookkeeping, from tax compliance to cash flow planning, and we look to be your trusted business advisor. And we try to create conditions for you that are exactly right to help you succeed. Thank you very much. Enjoy the conference.
I want to thank Stuart. Also, there are plenty of gummy bears out there. They're everywhere. So please, take them home. And they are sponsored by our friends at Wise Mazars. And sitting next to, I'd be remiss if I didn't thank our other partner who's committed to this from Wise Mazars, Ryan Potter. So if you could stand for a moment. He's a good-looking one. Okay. Couple housekeeping items. I went over the internet. Men's room on this side, ladies' room on this side. Companies, when you're up to present, please join us. I'm warning you now, this is stage left, this is stage right. So please join us on stage right in order so that we can march you in here and you can give your presentations, and we'll be joined by Damon John, the shark tank, to see if you can swim with the sharks. We will also have today, I will be introducing in a moment, our friends from Air France, just to go over. So we have a theme today, it's travel. This kind of came about. And we thought, what a great concept. And I want to thank Air France, and I'll do a much more appropriate thank you in a moment, who joined on as a new sponsor this year. And as you can see, Chief Trump, who is our official journey accessory company. Is that a great name? The official journey accessory company for FashinVest. As well as, I'd like to thank Zito, who is the official watch piece. So there's a theme here, right? You get your tickets, you get your watch, you get your trunk, and you're on your way to a great vacation. Elsa, how are you? Elsa Berry, who is joining us now, one of the volunteers I recognized earlier. Let's give her a big hand for helping us out. So with that, when we started this, the first person I met with was a gentleman named Robin Willis, who started FashinVest. Robin is an extraordinary leader, an extraordinary, really innovator and advisor in retail. Been doing it forever. He has a storied career with Women's Wear Daily, and I met with him to go over the concept. And at first, he was a little bit. Back in 2009, wondering why would anybody think about this arena? And as he dove into it and understood and really embraced it, I think he should not think, I know he's part of this community now and a valuable resource. I'll be calling him up in a moment to say a few words. He is the chairman of FashinVest and the driving force behind us, and also the founder and CEO of Robin Reports. And by the way, folks, just to keep things moving, everybody's valuable bios are in here in detail. Please read them, because you never know how you can connect. To his left is Denise Siegel, who also joined our board. And Denise has an extraordinary background as a fashion executive and the founding president and CEO of Donna Karan, as well as Nautica and across the board. And today is running a couture house that is incredible. And if I can pronounce it correctly, Magashon. Did I get it? I got it right. I think. I'll hear about it later if I did. But she is incredible and extraordinarily supportive with us. With that, I would like to invite up Robin Lewis to join us and say a few words.
David. Welcome, everybody. What an awesome group. This is, I think, the biggest of the 4 conferences that we've had now. And David was correct. We did meet a few years back. And I just didn't get it then. I didn't really quite get it. But it didn't take long for me to have conversations with him and figure it out, and then to help form the first capital conference, and it really took off. And I think there are a couple reasons why FashinVest has become more and more important in this industry and why it has grown. FashinVest today is a brand, and it really owns this space because there really is another entity that introduces great entrepreneurial opportunities in the fashion retail business to investors. I mean, there's nobody that does that except FashinVest. There have been over 200 participating entrepreneurial emerging companies over the past several conferences, and more than half of them have received funding. The other reason that this has become more and more important is because of what's actually going on in the industry at large. And that is what I have been calling the enormous convergence of art and science into the world's fashion retail. And the convergence of, yes, the art, the design, the product, the retail experience, converging with, I have to tell you, an unprecedented, actually explosive array of new technologies that are actually destroying old paradigms, old models, and creating whole new ways of connecting with the consumer. Last year there was over $1 billion of funding into the fashion tech sector, and in 2013 we expect there to be even more than that. In fact, the recent IPO of Zulily is another demonstration of the importance of this sector for investors. So, well, by the way, the FashinVest blog tracks all this stuff. So, if you go to the website, get on the blog, and right now we're currently aggregating data in terms of what's going on in the investing world in this sector, and we'll be releasing that in January. Anyway, I would be remiss if I didn't say something about holiday retail. I really don't have anything to say to you that you don't already know. It's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough to even get growth beyond last year. But I will tell you this, when you start picking through the winners and the losers, you're going to find among the winners those who are successfully converging this art and science, which of course you'll be hearing from a lot of new ideas today on how to do that. So thanks again for coming, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Robert. When we began, I had the fortunate, some would say exciting, some would say unfortunate, but I think it's fortunate experience of working with Dwayne Morris, specifically George Nefos, who is a partner in Triangle Corporate Group, who came out of the apparel industry as through his family. And he embraced this and took it throughout his organization, and Dwayne Morris became the founding sponsor of FashinVest. They're the first, and there are many today, and there's always a first, so they do get that recognition as the founding sponsor. And I had the pleasure throughout the years of working with and meeting and consulting with and really having a lot of fun in the fashion sector with Annette Heidi. And Annette Heidi, who is chair of the Fashion Retail Luxury Goods Group, is a real leader in this area in New York, and a very storied attorney representing a number of clients in this arena, both international multinationally and domestically. I'd like to invite Nanette Heidi up to say a few words about Winmars, who is our founding sponsor, and we're thrilled to have the folks with us. They also were with us in June when we had the fortunate experience of ringing the closing bell for the NASDAQ. So, Nanette, if I could invite you up to say a few words, would be terrific.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to FashinVest 2013 Capital Connections. We're delighted to be here. I'm delighted to be here on behalf of Winmars to welcome you to today's event. Winmars, I'll give a 30-second commercial, is a full-service law firm. I am in charge of the fashion retail luxury goods practice group. And for anyone in the audience who can come up with a better acronym than what we have up there, I'd be delighted, and it'll be a cash prize. It'll come from George, who's not here today. So on behalf of the firm, we're delighted to be here. Our fashion retail luxury goods practice group is dedicated to supporting companies in this industry at all stages of their existence. We focus on capital raising transactions. We focus on helping you protect your intellectual property. We try and come up with creative solutions for all of your business needs to support your company from its early growth stage to acquisitions as well as divestitures. So if you are in question about something that may affect you from a legal perspective, please reach out to myself, one of my colleagues here, who include Kelly Whitlock. I can't see Kelly where she is. She's here today. Kelly's in charge of our venture capital practice at Winmars, as well as my partner Michael Schwam from the New York office. The interesting thing about Winmars and the partners in the firm is that many of them have operating experience, so we sat on your side of the table in dealing with the day-to-day issues. So welcome, thank you David for the lovely remarks. Hope everyone has the most enjoyable afternoon.
Kelly Whitlock is roaming around, and she too is dressed very fashionably, as she is waving in black and white. But I was fortunate enough to experience was a discussion among Kelly and Nanette about, besides wearing black and white, very fashionable outfit, they were wearing black nail polish. So my question to Michael Schwam, you hear Michael? Is, are you part of the team today? Wearing that black nail polish.
Sorry.
Okay. So every year this has grown more and greater and greater. And this year we had a unique experience of really a lot of brands, a lot of companies supporting us. And one of those is Air France. And Air France, I want to thank Elsa Berry for Vendom Global Partners, who is the managing partner there, for introducing us today. When we spoke to Air France, you can't ask for more fashionable cities than New York and Paris. They embrace this. And I'm really excited today to announce that Air France is the official airline of FashinVest. And I'm going to be introducing in a moment Dror Harold, who is representing Air France today. What they've been generous enough to do is provide those who are here today, who signed up, with a drawing, if you're here at 5:30, for 2 free round trip, or I should say pair round trip, tickets from New York to Paris, and nonstop. They get there, they come back. There's nothing in between. But we're really excited that they're with us. And with that, before I invite Dror up, I'd like to start the excitement with a quick video, or I'll have you come on. Let me first introduce Dror. Dror is with KLM Air France. If you guys haven't heard, they've merged. It's a terrific opportunity. Since 2005. Since 2005. KLM Air France. Everybody aware of that? Okay. And Dror is in charge of Joint Venture Performance Director for Air France KLM and responsible for North America and Mexico. He's been with KLM since 1999. He's worked around the world. The most fascinating to me